Chardonnay McKnight was one of the most notorious groupies in one of the most infamous eras in all of rock music, the 70s and 80s. This is her true story of sex, drugs, and sculptures. It's all coming up on...
VH 1-to-1.
Do you guys want some bong rips?
Well, maybe after we finish shooting.
Okay. Yeah.
So tell us about how did you first become associated with the Chicago Plastercasters?
It was very serendipitous, actually. I was in Narcotics Anonymous for my addiction to goofballs, and I had sort of taken up with Nick St. Nicholas from the Canadian rock supergroup Steppenwolf. One day, we're hand jobbing, business as usual, and I look down and his pubic hair is like white, like someone had spray painted it. And I said, Nick St. Nicholas, whatever has happened to your pubic hair? And then he told me that he had been serviced in his member cast in Plaster by Cynthia from the Plastercasters. Cynthia Plastercasters was his founding member. And then he told me that they needed like an understudy or a substitute, if you will, in case one of the Plastercasters got like a stuffy nose or something, because it's really hard to blow people when your nose is stuffy.
Tell us about this book that you've written.
Well, basically, my most recent Narcotics Anonymous sponsor, Harry Dean Stanton, you might know him from the movie Pretty in Pink. He plays that unemployed dad. Harry Dean Stanton told me, he was like, Chardonnay, I know you think that when you were blowing all those rock stars, the only thing that you took into your person was like, you know, their semen or whatever. Actually, what you were also taking in was stories. You need to share your stories with the world. This is my book. The cover art is kind of a mock-up, what I hope it will ultimately look like as soon as a publisher will accept it. It's called Chardonnay on the Rocks, which incidentally, you know, my groupie name, Chardonnay. Chardonnay on the Rocks is also my favorite drink. I'm wearing one of my signature flashy hats. I'm sitting by the phone with one hand poised over my bucket of plaster when I finally get the call. Hello, I say casually. Cynthia sniffles and coughs. My heart races. It's time. Hello, Chardonnay. It's Cynthia Plastercaster. The eagle has landed. The eagle has landed, I ask, intrigued by her use of military parlance. No, the Eagles have landed. The band, the Eagles have landed, and they need someone to blow them. The next morning, I show up on Cynthia's doorstep carrying a quintet of eagle cocks under my arm like a bundle of freshly baked baguettes. She answers the door in her bathrobe, clutching a box of tissue. Without saying a word, she takes the members and examines them one by one. When she gets to Don Henley, I hear her sharp intake of breath and I brace myself for the worst. She runs a finger along one of Don's bulging wang veins and whispers, "These are immaculate." Cynthia lays one hand warmly on my shoulder, still clutching Don Henley's cock in the other. Welcome aboard, Chardonnay McKnight. I don't know if I'll ever understand why I wasn't made an official, full-fledged Plastercaster. I think that's just a question I'll never be able to answer. I thought I did good work. It's politics, really. My favorite cocktail cast is absolutely, hands down, motherfucking Bruce Springsteen. This is just like a regulation wang. I think it's actually therapeutic to hold it. Do you want to hold this? Just feel the weight of that. Feel the weight of that. It's like standard.
Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice.
Yeah, I know. So this is the man from the Carpenters, the guy from the Carpenters. What's his first name? Terry? Rich? Really? Billy Joel. Sorry, Billy. We tried. You put it up to your ear, you can hear the oceans of New Jersey or like Long Island or wherever Billy Joel's from. This is Mike Nesmith from the Monkees. I don't know what the word for it is. It seemed like it was jointed, but it wasn't. It was moving around. Prehensile? This actually is Jimmy Page. This is Jimmy Page. He had like a serpent, a coiled serpent penis. I made this cast inside of a whale. I used this one to open beer bottles, actually. It's got this prairie penis belongs to Neil Young. You know how they say, it isn't the size of the boat, it's the motion in the ocean. He was a terrible lay. Connor Oberst. He is actually like a foot tall. This little Stonehenge here is Michael McDonald. This is Al Green. A little two-headed man is Alice Cooper. Whale Tail is obviously Neil Diamond. This is Brian Eno. This is all the members of the original lineup from Roxy Musical holding their pencil dicks together and for a single, surprisingly seamless cast. And this one right here is, oh my God!